If they put in no building, will the sweats return? The sweats, the diehard fans will always play this game. It's just a matter of like getting used to it or whatever. It's a matter like, I think the real question is whether or not a lot of the OG like fans will come back. A lot of the people who don't like building. Because the skill gap in Fortnite has just gotten too ridiculously high to the point where like you have to play this game an incredible amount in order to get wins. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's a possibility for even if Fortnite doesn't bring in like a no building LTM. So let's say tomorrow Fortnite decides to bring building back and everything returns to normal. They could add a separate mode that's no buildings, but that would kind of split the Fortnite community. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they'd be all for that idea. That'd be kind of weird if you've got two separate parts of the Fortnite community, one where there's building and one where there's no building. I just have a hard time believing that Fortnite would remove building entirely. It's a core mechanic of the game. If they did that, it would just be like any other BR. There's just no way. But like another thing that I was considering is like, what if they added a mode where there was building, but you had way less mats than what we have right now? Like imagine a mode where instead of having like, what's the max? You have 1,000 of each, where you have 3,000 mats, or in arena you have 1,500. Imagine a mode like in regular pubs where you only have like a fixed amount of like 500 mats. And so you could choose as like, if you're super competitive, you could choose to allocate like, maybe you want 300 metal, you know, 100 brick and 100 wood, or maybe you want 400 metal, 50 brick, 50 wood, right? And you could choose, but you could only have max 500, and you would just choose how much you want to allocate towards wood, brick, or metal. I feel like that'd be kind of interesting. And that would like force players to not build total crazy skyscrapers like what they do in pubs. No, but like I know arena already has limited building, but it's still enough builds to the point where like you can go crazy and build like huge stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what if they like really brought it down? Like, instead of 1,500 mats, 500 mats in total. Or if they brought it down even further, like 300, you'd have to be more calculated with like how you used your builds, right? Like, there'd still be building in the game, but if you could only place like, let's say they went really crazy and made it so you could only build 10 things in one game, you'd be a lot more strategic about when you'd build. You know what I mean? Now that would take away from like the crazy build fights and stuff that I know a lot of people love. And yeah, it would bring the skill. I don't know if it would bring the skill gap down or make it even higher. Because right now with the way building is, where you're essentially like 3,000 mats in a pub match, you might as well have unlimited builds in a way. You know what I mean? Like, it would change the skill gap in a different way, right? Like, it wouldn't, I think there'd still be a skill gap, but it would be different than it is now, which is just like however fast you can crank, edit, and build would be changed to like how smart can you be with your builds, like only building what you need.